Hello everyone, welcome back to the Japanese class. Today's class number is number 9 and we are going to learn about adjectives in Japanese. So this is the class content for today. First, I'm going to introduce about the adjective and I would introduce you the basic vocabularies that would help you when you try to communicate with people. And moving on, I would talk about adjective conjugation. There's certain patterns within the conjugation, so I am going to talk about that. And lastly, we're gonna practice um, using the Japanese adjective, and yeah, we're going to review all the materials that we learned from today's class. So, adjective in Japanese we call 形容詞 形容詞 Japanese adjectives come before the noun noun of what they're describing. So every time if there's a noun, there's the adjective in front of the noun within the sentence. So 形容詞 has two different patterns. One is い形容詞 which is い adjective. い adjective always ends with an e sound, and the second one is the na keiyoshi, which is the na adjective, and those words always ends in na. So moving on, we're going to talk about the e adjective. So these are the example of e adjective. So let's look at this image right here. He's waving his face, and then we could tell that he's having a red face. So obviously he's hot, and hot in Japanese is atsui. Atsui. And then opposite side, there's a guy shivering, and having a blue face. So obviously we could tell that he's cold outside or wherever he's at. Cold in Japanese is samui. Samui. So as you can see from these two words, the highlighted part is to illustrate how to use the e adjective. So you could tell that these are e adjectives because it always ends with e. The next example, this one is big versus small, and big in Japanese is 大きい 大きい. Small, on the other hand, is 小さい 小さい. So we could tell this is a car, so this one would be 大きい車 because 車 is car in Japanese. And if we want to say small car, it will be 小さい車小さい車. The next one, the girl on the left side seems like eating food, and I guess she really liked the food, so you could tell that she has the expression of yummy. And then the other side, this guy is showing how he's disgusted with the food, so we could tell that the food was terrible. If I wanted to say yummy in Japanese, it will be おいしい おいしい. And versus on the terrible side, it will be まずい まずい. And we know that both people were eating food, and food in Japanese is gohan, or that would be dish. Gohan would be dish, and food would be tabemono. So let's use dish. If I want to say yummy dish and terrible dish, it will be oishii gohan, oishii gohan. And if I wanted to say terrible dish, mazui gohan, mazui gohan. The next image is showing how they have like a difference in the price tag. This one is super expensive, and on the other hand, this one has the sales tag, so that means she's getting this t-shirt with the better deal. So if I want to say expensive in Japanese, it will be takai, takai. Cheap in Japanese is yasui, yasui. So on takai section, this one, we could tell this is a ring. Ring in Japanese is yubiwa, yubiwa. So if I wanted to say expensive ring, it will be takai yubiwa, takai yubiwa. On the right side, this lady has a t-shirt, and if I wanted to say cheap t-shirt, it would be yasui t-shirts, yasui t-shirts. So on the next image, it's showing how the animal's legs are thin or thick, and this one is obviously thinner than this one. So if I wanted to say thin in Japanese, it will be hosoi, hosoi. If I wanted to say thick in Japanese, it will be futoi, futoi. Now let's look into the image. So this one has the face of the giraffe. So let's try to use this as an example to create to combine and create adjective plus noun. So if I wanted to say thin giraffe, it would be hosoi kirin, hosoi kirin. Or I could either say leg, which is going to be hosoi ashi, hosoi ashi. And if I wanted to say thick hippopotamus, it will be futoi kaba, futoi kaba. Kaba is hippopotamus in Japanese. And if I wanted to say thick leg, it will be futoi ashi, futoi ashi. The next one, this image is a little bit hard to tell what the difference, but this boy has more drink than the girl. So this one has more or many, and this one has less or few. So more slash many in Japanese is oi, oi. It's a little bit difficult to pronounce o, but there's double o, so try to pronounce ooi instead of oi. Like you shouldn't skip this o when you pronounce. Let's try to say less or few in Japanese. that will be 少ない、少ない. So let's try to say more juice in Japanese. That will be 多いジュース、多いジュース. And then less or few juice would be 少ないジュース、少ないジュース. After we learned about e adjective, now we're going to talk about not adjective. So let's look into the image. This guy is considered handsome, and this woman is considered cute or beautiful. So handsome or cool in Japanese is ハンサムな、ハンサムな. Cute or beautiful in Japanese is きれいな、きれいな. If I wanted to say handsome man, I would say ハンサムな男、ハンサムな男. Otoko means man. If I wanted to say cute or beautiful woman in Japanese, it will be きれいな女、きれいな女. The next image, this side of girl has an ice cream, and this side of girl is avoiding the snake. So we know that she seems to like ice cream, but she doesn't like snake. So if I want to say like in Japanese, it will be 好きな、好きな. If I wanted to say dislike in Japanese, it will be 嫌いな、嫌いな. If I wanted to say, so we know that this is ice cream, so obviously that is food. If I wanted to say favorite or food that I like, it will be 好きな食べ物、好きな食べ物. If I wanted to say disliked animal, because this is a snake, it will be 嫌いな動物、嫌いな動物. 動物 is animal in Japanese. The next one is an image, two of the boys playing soccer, and one of the boy is good at playing soccer, but the other boy, it seems like he's not good at playing soccer. So if I wanted to say that someone is good at doing something, it will be 上手な、上手な. If I wanted to say someone is not good at doing something, I would say 下手な、下手な. So both of them are playing soccer. So if I want to say the boy is good at playing, I would say 上手な 男の子。上手な男の子。男の子 means boy. If I wanted to say this boy as a boy who's not good at playing soccer, I would say 下手な男の子。下手な男の子。The next one, there's a two-car trying to go across the bridge. One looks stable, so it means safe, but the other one looks a little bit wiggling and then it looks old, so you could tell that it's a dangerous bridge. If I wanted to say safe in Japanese, it will be 安全な。安全な。If I wanted to say dangerous in Japanese, it will be 危険な。危険な。So let's try to use bridge. And then let's try to combine 安全な and 危険な with the bridge. So bridge in Japanese is 橋。橋. So if I want to say safe bridge, it would be 安全な橋。安全な橋. If I wanted to say dangerous bridge, it will be 危険な橋。危険な橋. After we learned about the basic adjective of I and na, let's move on to the adjective conjugation. So first I'm going to talk about I adjective conjugation. So the thing that we learned right now is the present tense, which was something plus I. If you wanted to turn this into negative, you would replace the I to kunai. So something kunai. If you wanted to transform the present tense into past tense, you would do something plus katta. Something plus katta. If you wanted to transform the past to past negative, it will be something plus kunakatta. Something plus kunakatta. So let's try to use that in an example so we could understand with more detail. So the present tense is oki. Oki means big. So if the present tense is oki, the present negative would be 大きくない。大きくない. And then the past tense would be 大きかった。大きかった. Past negative would be 大きくなかった。大きくなかった. So to repeat that, present 大きい. Present negative 大きくない. Past 大きかった. Past negative 大きくなかった. Let's try that with different word. So if the present is 嬉しい, 嬉しい, which is happy in Japanese, then the present negative would be 嬉しくない、嬉しくない。And the past tense would be 嬉しかった、嬉しかった。Past negative would be 嬉しくなかった、嬉しくなかった。So to repeat that from the present, present would be 嬉しい。Present negative 嬉しくない。Past 嬉しかった。Past negative 嬉しくなかった。For the next slide, we're going to talk about the na adjective conjugation. So the patterns are kind of similar, but for na, the basic one that we learned was present tense, so the word plus na, but na could also be transformed into da during the sentence. And then present negative would be stem plus じゃない or ではない。じゃない or ではない。The past would be stem plus だった or でした。だった。でした。Past negative would be stem plus じゃなかった or ではなかった。じゃなかった。ではなかった。So, similar as the E adjective conjugation, let's try to use this in example to make it more clear with the differences. So present tense is 元気な. 元気な means energetic in Japanese. So if I wanted to say present negative, it will be 元気じゃない。元気じゃない。or 元気ではない。元気ではない。And if you transform that into past tense, it will be 元気だった。元気だった。or 元気でした。元気でした。The past negative form would be 元気じゃなかった。元気じゃなかった。or 元気ではなかった。元気ではなかった。So to repeat that, present 元気な present negative 元気じゃない or 元気ではない past 元気だった or 元気でした past negative 元気じゃなかった or 元気ではなかった So the next example is きれいな which is pretty or clean in Japanese, and if this is a present form, the present negative would be きれいじゃない or きれいではないきれいじゃない or きれいではない The next one would be past form. Past would be きれいだった 綺麗だった or 綺麗でした。綺麗でした。Past negative form would be 綺麗じゃなかった。綺麗じゃなかった。or 綺麗ではなかった。綺麗ではなかった。To repeat that, present is 綺麗な。present negative 綺麗じゃない。or 綺麗ではない。past 綺麗だった。or 綺麗でした。past negative 綺麗じゃなかった。or 綺麗ではなかった。So let's try to practice. If so, these are on the left side, these are the vocabularies that we're going to review. And if I want to say busy, the present tense would be 忙しい. And then the present negative would be 忙しくない. The past would be 忙しかった. Past negative would be 忙しくなかった。忙しい、忙しくない、忙しかった、忙しくなかった。The next one, free time or not busy in Japanese is 暇. So 暇's present form would be 暇な. Present negative would be 暇じゃない. Past 暇だった. Past negative 暇じゃなかった。暇な、暇じゃない。暇だった、暇じゃなかった。The third one is handsome or cool, and in Japanese that would be かっこいい、かっこいい。So the present form would be かっこいい. Present negative would be かっこよくない. Past would be かっこよかった. Past negative would be かっこよくなかった。かっこいい、かっこよくない。かっこよかった。かっこよくなかった。The last one is hard or tough during working. In Japanese, you would say 大変、大変. The present tense of 大変 is 大変な. Present negative would be 大変じゃない. Past would be 大変だった. Past negative would be 大変じゃなかった。大変な、大変じゃない。大変だった。大変じゃなかった。So, as you can see from this chart, there's like a certain pattern. So these green ones are the E adjective, and the orange ones are na adjective. So if you compare them, they have a certain patterns. So let's review what we've learned today. Today we learned about adjective in Japanese, and there's two patterns, which is E adjective and na adjective. Following the adjective, we learned about adjective conjugation. For adjective conjugation, if it's present, I. If it's present negative, kunai. If it's past, you would add katta. If it's past negative, you would add kunakatta. And for na adjective conjugation, if it's present, you would add stem plus na. If it's present negative, it will be stem plus janai or dewanai. For past, it will be stem plus datta or stem plus deshita. And for the past negative, it will be stem plus ja nakatta or stem plus dewa nakatta. So it was a lot to cover for today, so I know there was like a lot of information that you guys had to input in your brain. But if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. And as always, thank you for your participation, and I hope I'll see you soon again. Bye.